Please welcome, ladies and gentlemen, Phil's opponent. On no less than 3 times world professional dance champion, unseeded this year, Chesterfield in Derbyshire. Please welcome John the Statesman Lowe!
Buddy, you're a boy, make a big noise, playing in the street, gonna be a big man someday. Sing it, we will rock you. We will rock you. Buddy, you're a young man, hard man, shouting in the street, gonna take on the world someday. We will rock you. Sing it, we will rock you. We will rock you. Sing it. We will rock you. Everybody, we will rock you. Buddy, you're a boy, make a big noise, playing in the street, gonna be a big man someday. You sing it, we will rock you. We will rock you. Buddy, you're a young man, hard man, shouting in the street, gonna take on the world someday. We will rock you. Sing it, we will rock you. Buddy, you're an old man, poor man, pleading with your eyes, gonna make you zombie someday. We will rock you. Sing it. We will rock you. Everybody, we will rock you. Buddy, you're a boy, make a big noise, playing in the street, gonna be a big man someday. We will rock you. We will rock you.
John Lowe, well, fair to say, one of the most popular men in the world of sport. Will Taylor be at full power, or will it be a case of John Lowe showing again why he's one of the all-time greats in the world of darts? Let's join our commentary team for this one. Sid Waddell has been joined by John Gwynn.
Thank you very much, Jeff. Yes, joined by John Gwynn, Sid, and you've already seen one great semi-final. I think somehow this one's going to be closer. I think it's going to be greater. And there's the man who's the red-hot favourite with the fans, John Lowe, throwing his practice darts in readiness for this. Another very, very important match to follow the many he's played in the course of the last 2, maybe even 3 decades. And there we are, the man who may not be red-hot favourite with the fans to the same extent that John Lowe is, but the important thing from Phil Taylor's point of view is that he's the red-hot favourite with the bookies. He's the favourite for the title, and maybe he'll consider that to be more important.
And coming in, Taylor looked like an Italian mafiosi who'd just been rumbled by the local judge and taken in for questioning. He looked very eager to get on with the game, did Taylor. Not keen on all the flesh pressing. John Lowe also looked a little bit grey about the gills, but when you're trying to get into a world final, that's tomorrow, you've got to concentrate.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, please.
Well, they both know what it's like to win this, Sid. Taylor 1990, 1992. Lowe 79, 87 and 93. Taylor's one behind Lowe in the World Championship Stakes. One of the two will have the chance to go forward and try and win it yet again. All depends on this marvellous match. 9 sets, or best of 9 sets. First to 5 will go through. And John Lowe in this competition yet to drop a set. 3-0 Priestley, 3-0 Wilson, 4-0 Smith, Verrier 3-2, Downs 3-1, Anderson 4-1. The victims of this man, Phil Taylor.
99.
And I'll tell you what might be one of the key features of this game, Sid. John Lowe is a marvellous tactician, not just a marvellous
60.
dart player. And he will be aware of the fact that Taylor is least effective against the slower players. It's not coincidence, you know, that Taylor, his least impressive game in this tournament was against Gerald Bernier, one of the slower players. There's his overall average, 86.37 now, changed dart by dart, and John Lowe, look at that, 93.05 for the tournament.
And how about this for power, folks? In his last 2 matches in this tournament, Taylor's had 18 180s.
120 in all you saw there, and that is power. I suggested earlier when I was speaking to Jeff Sid prior to the 2 matches in the studio that both Evison and Lowe are wonderful players in front. They're good players anyway, but better players in front than behind, and I think we saw that demonstrated in the first semi-final. John will be very, very
100.
keen to get ahead of Phil.
Phil, you require
Could be his
124.
major strategic move, but he has a chance to see what their finishing's like. That's just what he wanted. He wants treble 14. Double 11, a 3-inch adjustment.
113.
Treble 14, if it singled it, the ball was on.
John, you require 118.
Looking at 60. As John pointed out, there are options there. Probably no options here. Looking at 60. He fancies his range on the 60 with his second dart. Just above the wire. Taylor will probably go 1 for double 5.
98. Phil, you require
3
11.
double 4. It's up to him. He's looking at the 3, I think. Double 4 to set the ball rolling. Back down, double 2.
Yes, game shot. And the first
And
leg.
he was nervous
Phil
walking
Taylor.
through and pressing the flesh. But he's looking in showbiz mood.
Second leg, John to throw first.
Once
Game on, please.
He got a double. Happy.
Double 2's never a bad one to get first game, Sid. It just gives that little bit of added confidence. If you can get the double 2 first out like that, it gives you the confidence, I think, when it comes to the other ones, the bigger ones, because not too many players enjoy the double 2. They know if they go in it, they're up there in the bad one. So
60.
that was a nice start by Taylor, but a chance here for Lowe. And look at that, the master grip of a master player. And a wonderful, wonderful rhythm. And I think accordingly we have to say a score to go with it.
Just now the heat's died down a bit after Harrington's harvest.
81.
Followed by the Harvest Festival, of course. It's the first man to get 5 sets is the winner and goes into tomorrow's Proton World Final. And as John said, this looks as though he's bionic.
121.
As he was talking about yesterday, he'd adjusted the throw. A bloke in the pub just who didn't know him said he thought that John's alignment was wrong with a lower arm below the elbow. John's been working on it.
140.
Phil pretty flexible around the elbow as well.
John, you require 140.
Fancied the last one there. Taylor very, very prolific. If the first one goes in, you can guarantee the other 2 will be somewhere nearby. A chance for Lowe. Treble 20 leaves 80. The same again, unlucky. So 35, that's 65 rather. That should be 75 left. May well go for treble 17, although it looks to me as though he's aiming a bit higher.
95.
Yes, he was going for the bull. Sees that Taylor is on 220. Little surprising that John perhaps didn't go for treble 17, but especially as Taylor with another treble 20 can tuck in close behind.
83.
Well then, favourite for this leg
45.
in this first set of this second semi-final. Proton Cars World Championship 1995. Now double 16 for Lowe.
13 score.
There was a chance now. Taylor, 137, Sid can do this. Treble 20 will leave 77. Then it's up to him which way he goes.
Trying to put in a bit of pressure on Lowe's shot, but Lowe doesn't usually miss. Double 16.
John, you require 32.
Yes, there's Rod showing the strain after the pain. Double 16. Needs to adjust about an inch to the double 8.
Yeah! Fine shot in the second half. John Lowe.
Still dampness in the eyes.
Third leg.
Mrs. Harrington.
To throw first.
And in the eyes, he was saying it was analysed that he had a weakish eye, so he was aligning wrongly, and typical Lowe clinicalness. He sorted out his style problems.
Yes, the great man Lowe. 1979, 87 and 93 winners in the World Championship final, but
41.
just listen to this: 78, 81, 82, 84, 85, 88. He was in the final as a loser. Tremendous record, really. And this fella's been twice there, Taylor.
41.
Twice he's been successful. Apart from last year, 3 times there. In fact, last year, of course, he was beaten by Dennis Priestley.
And now excellent camera work here. You'll have noticed something that looks like the Star of India to the left of the stage, shining
85.
like a jewel. We have the trophy.
Yeah. 123.
It's still like a mirage in the desert. Might have got many deserts near Dagenham, but it's what they're after. Still room above the second one.
60.
I know you're watching this with Jeff Fairstein. In the other game, they both lurched into gear.
81.
This much more like watching that cycling where they hang on each other's tail and wait for the drive.
As I suggested earlier, this was going to be, I think, a closer affair.
You're with me, baby. I'm in 118.
140.
Very useful, but it's still Taylor with the advantage in this leg. There's a good straight treble 20. Go straight to go, because another one over it. 16 will leave tops. That's a good 136 to give him pole position in this leg. $115 left. 55 left. Thinking about it, 19 will leave double 18. 15 will leave tops. Taylor tops, Lowe tops. Taylor first to the circus hockey. Not the best of lies there. We would normally say good marker, but the angle of the dart over the top of the double doesn't necessarily make it so. So a chance for Lowe to go 2-1 up. It was Taylor who's kicked off here in this leg. Lowe, therefore, can steal a march with double top. Does it? And that might just be what John Lowe wants. An early lead. If he can hang on here, Sid, then that's another set. He hasn't lost a set yet in this tournament, and that's the reason why he really knows the importance of that dart.
That's what Geronimo used to say about beating the cavalry. Steal a march on them, the exact phrase. And
60.
We know what he's like, as John said before. If he gets his chin and his nose and other parts of his anatomy that matter, a front, Lowe takes some living with.
100.
Nevertheless, Taylor started poorly against Verrier. He started a touch insecurely against Downs, and really then produced, once he got into overdrive, some super darts. So a long, long way to go, but another magical 140 to Lowe.
stuff that! Double cover. Mind, even a rhinoceros might need double cover against John Lowe. I suggested in the interview that maybe at 49 you were possibly a little long in the tooth for the stamina needed here. And he immediately said, well, George Foreman still punching. Men, me and him, the same type of lads.
19.
Yes, when George Foreman was in Kinshasa in 1974 with Muhammad Ali, John Lowe was doing the dart circuit around the towns and cities of England and other parts of the UK, showing them how to do
100.
Came to Romford, Hornchurch, and maybe even Purfleet.
140.
108, Taylor, Lowe, treble 20.
141.
We'll give him an 81 option. And that'll be interesting here to see which way Taylor goes on 108. Could be on the 18s, could be on the 20s, might even be on the 19s. We'll see. That's a good one. 48 left, 16. In fact, it's tops.
Vital for him to get it.
Taylor.
68.
Because Lowe, 2 darts now to take the first set.
Can you require 41?
Maybe that's why Taylor was looking so pale and drawn as he came through the crowd on the entry. Knows that if Lowe gets a drop on him early doors, he's good probes. Double 16 for the first set to Lowe. Double 8.
Super readjustment. He wouldn't have been pleased with that dart at double 16, Sid. It was nearer the treble. But what super adjustment for double 8. The first set to John Lowe by 3 legs to 1.
Machine here this week. He's taken the first set in this semi-final against Phil Taylor. Here he is with the dart at the start of the second. Let's rejoin Sid and John.
He's not the only one who's follically challenged, Jeff.
60.
I'm a bit thin myself, and John Gwynne's lovely strong hair here. But as John pointed out, hair may be thin, but he's ahead, John.
He's ahead, all right, yes, and that by
60.
Yes, and John Lowe's ahead, all right. That's the way he wants it. And I'll be very interested, ultimately, Sid, to see the speed of throw. We know that these players through the tournament have been 11, 12 seconds, respectively. That's Taylor and Lowe, but
108.
and I wonder, that's the first of how many? A wonderful sight.
Got 9 in the game before that. 18 and too much is sensational. Mind John Lowe, us lads with thin hair would say it's because our brains
60.
are pushing out.
I'm not going to argue with that, Sid.
All right, John, keep your hair on.
100.
It's the first man to get 5 sets. It's the winner. I will go into tomorrow's live final. Losing his line a bit here.
24.
Totally.
Phil, you require 161.
Treble 20, treble 17, and the bull would be ideal. I think Lowe pay for that 24 he struck a moment ago. That's an excellent shot. Lead him 24. Gotta say, this should be Taylor's leg. Scores here of 60, 180, 100 and 137 for Taylor. This Lowe's highest score in this
100.
leg. So Taylor wants double 12 for a 13 darter. And that might just begin to set him alight. Does take him a little while to get going, as we've intimated before. Yes, 15 darts will do him. Taylor takes the first leg of the second set against the dart.
Phil to throw
There's
first.
the jubbly double.
Game on, please.
Double 12.
And now, as all these lovely slow-mo show you on Sky, instantly whipped in like a rattlesnake, you do see the sort of cover trajectory they use. That was on a dropping tangent into the 12.
Now all you budding dart players sitting in your armchairs at home or down at your local or in the club, just look at that. That's the way to do it. Nice straight arm. Dart right level in front of the nose. And a low ton in the pro ton. And this too. A model action.
140.
Takes the right-hand sider to the left eye.
140.
Whereas Taylor here, siding with his right eye, and you see that lovely clean follow-through. And this is some leg that Taylor's firing in here.
140.
Ton 140, 140. Lowe's gone ton 140. Are we going to see a 140 to level it up? Or is it going to be more? Lowe's first maximum. Is the score brilliant starts?
So we require 121.
Takes the Dennis Law salute! When your kids say, what happens at the circus, Mummy and Daddy, tell them everything, live on Sky.
96.
There for an outshot Lowe, though. The 180 took him out on 81. That means an 11 darters on. Treble 15, double 18 usually for Lowe. Well, that's 16 and bull. Now it's his turn to go for the black bit in the middle of the board. And not
56.
very far away.
On the red rather than the black. But it's who's at the bank at the end that counts. Light. Badly pulled. Double 4. Taylor under the cosh. Under the cosh a bit.
John, you also require 25.
Lowe wants 9. 2 left, 1 for double 8 to put him 2-0 up in this opening set. Now he's having the round the houses trip. You wouldn't think there was so much money at stake on the prestige. Double 4. Do not let a wolf. They're the lads who sing it. Johnny Lowe got nowhere, but we don't care. Johnny Lowe.
Third leg, John to throw first.
Yes, he might have no hair, but
Game
he's
on, please.
certainly got
Thank
the
you.
hair of a man possibly on his way to yet another world final. Only time will tell. Remember, best of 9 sets, first to 5. Haddington.
140.
And I think it's one of them lads I was dancing with last night, and we got to the semi-final.
$97.
So it's a vital time in the second set. Look at the first. It's middle of the second.
60.
Again, John, to target back, he did look as pale as anything. He really looked drawn and tense when he came through the crowd.
100.
Is he worried by Lowe's form this week?
I don't think Phil's too much worried by Lowe's form any more than Lowe is worried by Phil's. But, you know, it's a big occasion, Sid. Big crowd, bright lights, and it doesn't matter how many times you've been there. It can cause the butterflies
100.
to appear in the tummy. Nothing that a good couple of maximums and a few doubles can't put right.
60.
But there certainly isn't quite the authority in Taylor's game that we've seen in his last 2 outings.
And one has to say that maybe Lowe does not have to play to his best. To maybe, I mean, that sometimes happens.
100.
You don't always lose to the other guy playing brill. You sometimes just make blobs yourself.
Now then, this has got...
Brilliant shot.
Ooh, 140.
Tungsten contact. Just avoiding the max.
101.
John Lowe wanting treble 20. Now, it could be one for tops. One for tops it is. Clinical. That's all you've got to say. 101, and they're not for John Lowe any trouble at all.
Game on, please.
Treble 20, one double top.
He's stitching them like a surgeon straight out of casualty. Taylor.
100.
Pressure here. And
315 darters in this set. And Lowe throwing for it. Although Taylor kicked off, of course, with
100.
a ton. And there you are, snap. We've got a City and United supporter sitting together somewhere. I've got a quick line if you can catch them.
100.
They were on, so explain it.
Yes, John Lowe from Chesterfield. I'm a Manchester man myself, and as I say, somewhere I've seen a blue and a red sitting side by side. A City unites at the dart match.
Well, you can't blame people for who they support. Kidder.
140.
140 from Lowe, and there you are. You wouldn't see that in too many places, Sid, I can tell you.
Well, this is it, darts. Maybe we should send a few of these lads to the United Nations. See if we can sort the world out.
134.
Awestruck by the Titans.
.167 for Taylor, Sid, and it's
41.
Lowe's at the highest.
Here we
Come running,
require
Sen, 161.
123.
Yes, I check the stats that Pat Williams gives me, and indeed I'm right. 161 is highest checkout in the tournament.
100
so far.
Here we require 44.
Taylor will just be happy with 44 here.
Double 16 coming in.
Yeah!
Right in the middle for
Game
Taylor.
shot on the fourth leg. Bill Taylor.
Coming to the end of the second set then.
Fifth leg, John to throw first.
14
Game on,
darter
please.
that's by Taylor, as you see the action replay here. This a vital leg.
100.
I wish I had a quid for all the times we've used vital tonight. So before you send me a Roger's Thesaurus, I've got one, folks.
60.
And the legs we've mentioned, a millipede. World Darts Championship final tomorrow, 1:30 p.m. And then, of course, the third place playoff at 1:30, and then the final following that. The Circus Tavern awaits tomorrow. Rod Harrington and
45.
either Phil Taylor or John Lowe. Third place playoff, as you see there, tomorrow, 1:30. The final live and exclusive here on Sky Sports.
180.
Well, Taylor, looking like he's now got his mind on that place in the final, because that's the first set, but he's powered back.
180.
Got no hair, but he don't care. Never mind the fans. Oh, he ain't seen that sort of expression on Lowe too often. They're now like two rattlesnakes in the Nevada desert, turning the tail up and giving the rattle.
Well, did that second 180 from Lowe in reply to that one from Taylor? Did it rattle the man from the bottom?
83.
Because he followed it with a 45, which has consequently given Lowe a genuine chance of taking this second set. Whatever Taylor does here, 140 will be very handy. Indeed it is. 76 left. Lowe can go out on 93. Treble 19 for double 18 for a 2-0 lead. So now 74 is treble 14 for double 16. Yes, big dart. And again, a long way.
Long way.
Taylor's turn.
Bill, you require 76.
He should not have been given this chance. Composes 60 he wants for double 8. No, still a chance though. 16 for tops. This to make it one set apiece. Top of the shop.
Yes, great shot. And the second
So
set.
once again, we have a rare match here in Essex. This for a place in the final on Sky. Business metaphors like a mulligatawny. Plenty of time to go.
At present, just before the third set starts, let's go and join Harry Findlay. He's got Richie Gardner with him.
The dart at the end. Well, what a great finish there for Phil Taylor. That one dart, that double top, so important. With me now, I've got fellow racing enthusiast Richie Gardner. Well, Richie, what a shame our horses don't run as fast as you throw your darts.
Well, some of them do, but unfortunately your one yesterday, Billy Goat Gruff, was a bit haphazard. You give all the punters the tip and unfortunately lost.
Well, Richie, I'll tell you now, I lost count of the amount of money I lost on Billy Goat Gruff yesterday, but I'm hoping to get it back with John Lowe today. What do you think my chances are?
Well, your chances are okay. 1-all at the moment. It's a shame if John had one dart at 32 to go 2-0 up. It'd have been a tough man to catch then. But Phil Taylor come back with a great last dart double top to make the score 1-all. So
what do you think about the Rod Harrington match?
It was a bit hit and miss, but I think whoever wins this is going to take a lot of stopping in the final.
Exactly my feelings. I think the winner of this will be a hot favourite, and what a cracking match it seems to be.
Absolutely, it is a cracking match, and the reason that John Lowe and Phil Taylor are level at one apiece, and both sets have gone against the darts, and all credit, as you heard there, to Phil Taylor hanging on in there in that last leg. If it had gone 2-0 to Lowe, he certainly would have had to do all the work. But here we are now.
100.
One apiece. 4 180s in that last set, by the way, 2 to each man. And now in the third set, first leg, it's Taylor. Down to even it out.
59.
240 against Lowe's 301. And there you see the Circus Tavern scene. Tables packed on New Year's Day.
Well, I normally go to Alka-Seltzer parties
100.
on New Year's Day, but the fun here has been better than fizz. Been a brilliant tournament here in Essex. These southern people have made us northern La chappies extremely welcome.
100. Till you require
not much room for that
140.
last start there, but John Lowe, ever cool, squeezed it in. Give himself another chance of 101. But Taylor's there on tops.
John, you require 101.
So it's going to be treble 20, 1 and tops. He's done it so many times in his life, and is he going to do it again here? Now tops it is. Ton, 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 ton. And 101! That is as perfect a 15 darter you can hit. 100, 100, 100,
Second leg,
100,
John to throw first.
and 100.
Game on,
And one.
please.
And he did it like
Thank
spoon
you.
in soup. And look at this return to the hockey. The perfect belt in the middle of the bed.
140.
And a slight swagger as he stepped over the oche to retrieve.
$97.
And Taylor has the look of a mafia, the sort of mafia guy that my cousin Vinny used to get off the hook in the movie. But Lowe looks like the sort of lad that, together with Lee Van Cleef,
100.
could give you a hard time as a bounty hunter.
I think there are times when perhaps we don't give these lads the credit they deserve, because we may have given the impression occasionally that they're not on top of the game, but they're not far short of it. Just look at that. 94 now, Phil Taylor's gone over with that ton, and John Lowe not far behind. But the important thing is one set all, and Lowe one up. And now you'll see the checkout stakes.
There you go then.
100.
Front hit. Lowe's better by almost 80% better statistics. But it's still perfectly poised. One set apiece.
108.
A third for Taylor in this game. The 23rd from Taylor in the tournament. And everyone a gem. Well, Sid, the last time Taylor got a maximum, Lowe came back with one himself, but now it's Taylor going first here. 124, treble 18 will leave him ball. Middly deadly.
A 99.
Shanghai on 20s.
John, you require 120.
And with his perfectly balanced throw, who's to say that this Shanghai on 20s won't go? Look out for those lads in the red shirts if this hits a 60. Just above the wire. Taylor coming up with a 2-darter now.
60. Do you require
to make it 1-1 in sets and 1-1 in legs? He wants the big nine. Double it.
Yes, going short on the second leg. Phil Taylor.
14-darter.
Aided by a maximum there. Taylor goes into
third leg.
Or rather comes level with Lowe in this second leg in this third set. Couldn't be more even.
Absolutely.
$100.
This match perfectly poised. 1-1 in sets, 1-1 in legs. First man to get 5 sets is the winner.
140.
And Dr. Spock's beamed this lad down just to enjoy the action.
$96.
And this is going to take some saying, so pin back your lug oils. The sequence of legs in this has been 15, 15, 15, 14, 15, 14. It's tremendous stuff, that consistency.
Well, even Captain Spock can't have seen stars like these in his travels.
100.
Some tricky commentary going on here. Some absolutely into ballistic darts flying in up there. Put him on the Starship Enterprise, he would be captain.
Well, Downs knows what it's like. He received 9 of those. Anderson received 9. Taylor's now at 4. Can Lowe reply? You don't get higher quality darts than this. You are witnessing magic darts.
As the song says, heading for Venus, way beyond Mars.
65.
81 for Lowe then. That 180 kept him in touch. Gives him a genuine chance. Treble 15. They've both thrown 9 darts in this now for an 11-darter. Double 18. Got a chance here. And not a silly thing to say. That's a good dart. And that's the reason why. You heard it clip the arrow and nestle in the bed he wanted. 12 darts for Lowe. And look at this, onto that dart, and in it went.
Game on,
And
please.
in 8 legs, the least the darts used, we've never gone above 15. This is sensational, folks.
$45.
Well, the spelling wasn't too good at the start of the week, but me fans are improving.
Just as well the spelling is correct there, Sid.
$100.
First man to get 5 sets is the winner. If Lowe gets this leg, he would be 2-1 up in sets.
140.
And John, I noticed Taylor is absorbing the pressure. There's a beautiful relaxedness about his throw.
He's got into the groove. And the amazing thing is that Lowe is staying with him. He's been the man in
140.
the pressures for others. So he knows what it's like. This is a magnificent match. Make no mistake. Here on in.
81.
Something's got to give, but when and where? And for whom?
$60. $100. John, you require 156.
He's after 156 before this throw. Low 2-1 in the third
100.
set.
Phil, you require 140.
Looking to make it 2-2 in the third set in legs. He is really motoring now.
100.
He's overdrive is Taylor.
John, you require 56.
Right. This for 2 sets to 1. He wants tops. Taylor dances. Won't be dancing now. The Lowe fans go bananas down there. John Lowe 2 sets. Bill Taylor 1. All happening here live on Sky Sports. And 12. That's the most amazingly consistent I've ever come across.
There we see it, the sequence that Sid's mentioning, and this really now is a very, very high-quality contest indeed. No quarter given, none asked for. John Lowe leads by 2 sets to 1. It's first to 5 sets to go through to the final. I don't want to say at this stage who it's going to be. I'm glad my money's elsewhere.
And we'd like to thank Peter Barron, who's been our statistician throughout this tournament, for whipping that to us so quick.
Excellent stuff, Peter. Yep. And excellent stuff, Phil and John.
85.
Well, there you see it. Phil Taylor back up now in the mid-90s, 95.6. John Lowe, 93.1. When 2 players are going like that, you know you're witnessing
100.
a contest.
Maybe you're not going to lie that, John. There's, he flicked the flight there and supposed to cover now.
59.
So it's 2 sets to 1 in John Lowe's favour. First man to get 5 sets books his place in tomorrow's world final.
$140.
Phil Taylor, Sid, won the UK Masters not so very long ago, a couple of months ago. And there we see him in action. Won that one by beating
100.
Kevin Spielek in the final. And
John,
this
you
fella,
require
John Lowe, wasn't even there.
121.
He was annoyed, hadn't got enough ranking points. He thought he had, but he's doing his talking in reply.
Absolutely, he's a bad lad to pick. I'm talking about peaking. This tournament hasn't peaked yet. We've got the final tomorrow. Harrington's there. Which one of these two jousters will have the last flick of the lance?
89.
89 leaves Lowe on 32.
And tomorrow's final, proceeding start at 1:30 on Sky, with the third and fourth playoff,
32.
followed by
An early lead in this fourth set. Tom.
Yes!
140. 140.
John Lowe.
89 and double 16. Clean as a whistle.
Second leg,
13
Bill to
darts.
throw first. Game on, please.
So that amazing run that we were on about before is continuing. This is sensational darts.
140.
I've been doing this for 17 years and I've never seen
100.
a string of legs like the 10 we're in now. It is sensational. It's one of the highest levels I've ever clapped eyes on this. And also remembering the score.
140.
Taylor came to this match with 18 180s in 2 games.
20 in all, and now that's been extended to 24.
60.
The last leg we had was 13, keeping up a marvellous sequence, and this one may be one of the longer ones in
100.
the game, although Taylor is on his way on 121 after just 9, so who am I to suppose?
It's an incredible standard.
And look at that.
140.
Just to remind Phil Taylor
121.
that he may have a lead, but now 61 left. That's 46. Looks as though he's going for 14. Yes, for 32.
89.
So Lowe way back on 201, but I remember in this situation against Dennis Smith at this stage in the game, he hit 165. In actual fact, it was the end of the second set. He hit a 165 when he wanted a 201. Put Smith under pressure and then clapped out next dart. Could do it again if that's in. I don't think it is. It's 85.
140.
Still 140 will be handy. 61 left. Taylor's got to get double 16. No problem. No problem. 1-all.
Bill Taylor.
It's a 14-darter, John. I mean, this is unbelievable. It's
Third
standard.
leg, John to throw first. Game on, please.
There she is.
And the match situation is that 2-1 to Lowe. And the fourth
100.
set, 1 leg each.
Now, when you see a game like this, Sid, you have to say it's a pity there's got to be a loser. But there has to be a loser.
There you go. That is, I would suggest, and prove me wrong if you can,
85.
is one of the greatest sequence, if not the greatest sequence of legs ever seen in darts. 15-14, 15-15, 14-12, 13-13. In fact, if you plotted that in the graph, the standard is getting measurably better in the last 10 minutes.
And that's the reason why they're banging in the maximum. They're banging in the 140s. They're banging in the doubles. Brilliant stuff.
And this leg looks like being another one. I'm not going to put it that way.
60.
Tempting Providence. It's not. Could be a 12-darter coming up.
I think you'll find at the end of this match that one player will give credit to the other for the way that they've really enabled each other to play like this. We often say when darts are not going in, they play off each other in the sense that it's all tempo, it's all about scoring and trying to outwit your opponent. When your opponent scores big, you follow him. You have to.
140.
When your opponent scores low sometimes,
102.
you relax and a low score yourself. But look at this, single 10 for double 18 it is in fact. Double 18 for Taylor. Brilliant! 12-dollar the hard way!
Oh, I'm gonna hang up me mic. It's getting rusty. This is sensational. This
Full flag.
you never credit me to keep up this kind of sequence.
Game on.
Against the darts and throwing first now to level up at 2 sets all. A brilliant match. Well, Phil was going to start again, but for some reason he's walked away. Maybe self-composure.
And that's in 11 legs of high-octane darts. 97, 94 the averages.
That's
And God, this is incredible.
34.
That's in the match as a whole, and that is tremendous. And enhanced now, 98.38 by that magnificent score. We know that Lowe got to the 100 mark and finished with an average of around about 98 in a game, but will enhance his average with that score. It is, though, we have to say, when it comes to the average, all that much more enhanced by the quick and slick finishing. Missed darts at a double. Bring down the mean score.
100.
Immeasurably.
So if Taylor takes this leg, it's 2-2 and all to play for. And if there's a spare pair of tonsils in the house, will somebody bring them up here?
60.
Stars on Sunday. Don't miss them on Monday. Third and fourth place playoff and the final tomorrow. But nothing on these fellas' minds but the semi. It's going upstairs, I think.
97.
Good switch by Taylor. Good thinking too. 170 left.
Well, we have had the scone being cooked perfectly. We've had the dollop of jam on top. Could we be seeing
100.
the sixpence inside?
170.
This is the highest shot you can get with the 3-9 needed, the 60. Oh, unfortunate lie.
59.
And as John's been picking up so brilliantly, he tends to pressure any shot from 201.
A
slip.
Do we require
111 for Taylor. They call it the Nelson in cricket. And if Taylor gets it, it'll be 2 sets all, and maybe his Trafalgar. Who knows?
Yeah,
That's 54 left. Tops for Taylor. Oh,
71.
moved the wire. And
John, you require
close
141.
that was. No closer could you get without it being in. And now Lowe wanting 141. Unlucky. That's 40 scored. 101 may well stay up there. Yes.
100.
Why move?
Do we
You've got the
require
range.
40?
Now Taylor, 40 for the set. And 2 sets all. He was only a fraction away before. This time.
And to continue the seafaring illusion, they have hove to, they've reefed in, they're now together for hand-to-hand grapnel contact.
Totally relaxed. What a cracking match. Have you ever seen better, Jamie?
No, this game's like a boxing match. I mean, they're going hammering tongs at each other there. Absolutely unbelievable game. I don't know, I couldn't predict the winner or nothing. Couldn't predict a winner here. So,
Who knows? I've got to say, this match really is the best you'll ever see. And good luck to both players. Taylor's got the darts first in the crucial legs, 3, 7 and 9. But who knows who's going to win this one?
Yes, well, it's happy Hockman, Jamie, and I can tell you this is the best game Sid I've seen this year.
The air's only nearly 24 hours old. Best game for many a year. What a
Absolutely.
standard.
brilliant match by two brilliant players.
96.
And we just had a signal across here from Phil Taylor saying how much he was enjoying it. I could tell by the body language and the thumbs up he was enjoying it. I think if John Lowe had been looking this way too, he'd have said the same. These lads really at the top of their game.
And I think one has to say, they are here to prove this week that they are the best darts players in the world, these 24 who gathered here. And I think a point or two
22.
might have been made in the last 50-odd minutes with these amazing legs. Yeah, no spare parts in this Showdown World Championship, folks.
And we're going to see in a minute, I think, the mean scores. There you see, 42 already, 88 100 pluses, a marvellous 35 140 pluses and 8 180s, and just look at those averages, they speak for themselves.
And if you've got money ready for the gas or the electricity meter, we could be, but only halfway through this. This is live on Sky, folks. All the bed to aim at to the right. Still the push through.
100. Still we require 116.
John Lowe 223, Taylor, as you see, on double 8. Well, John, we're looking carefully here. If he hits 2 single 20s, there's one. Oh well, that's 35.
55.
And this a genuine
Still requires
leg
16.
where Taylor has run away from his opponent to the tune of a 13-hour leg.
Phil Taylor.
And Taylor takes an early lead in this set, the fifth 2 sets all.
Second leg.
He's now won 4 legs on the trot to Sid Taylor. Really in mean mood.
But even though Taylor's won 4 on the trot, I'm not sure that that is a marker or even an omen.
100.
Because I'm in the 50 age range myself, I've got empathy with Lowe, lose 49. I don't think Lowe will lack mental fights or physical tuning for this match. The fact that they can go now 12 or 13 legs with no leg below, I think there was 117 dart leg in it, is tremendous. I can't see either of them.
85.
Tell you what, Sid, Jamie Harvey likened it to a boxing match. Well, we were here last night for the New Year celebrations, were we not? And we managed to have a word with Terry Lawless afterwards. He was here too. And Terry, if you're watching, you said you'd seen some magnificent stuff. Well, you won't see better than this, I'll tell you. Either in the ring or out of it.
$123.
Well, there's the thing that does the business like the piston and a rotary engine. They're both throwing beautifully.
100.
If only we could get some of this out of Tufnell and Fraser.
26 now for Taylor in the competition, approaching a world record, I'm sure. Needs another 4.
55. Still we require 141.
Now then, treble 15 or treble 19. Went for treble 19, wants the double 12 for a quite magnificent effort.
Should you require 138.
So Low 138, and that's the treble 21st. Now Taylor then for a second consecutive 13 darter. I think I'm right in saying once double 12. That went exactly in the same spot as the dart before. But that didn't! That's important! Taylor 2 legs to 0 up. He's now won 5 on the trot.
Third leg, Phil to throw first.
And it was a beauty because he had a bit of work to do to flick it through that light in the metal. And just to remind you on the state of play, this is for a place in the final. Rod Harrington is through to that final tomorrow.
100.
And it's been an absolute belter, as they say in the pickle industry.
And look at the improvement from earlier in the game there. Taylor now up to 40%. That's acceptable. John Lowe, marvellous 50%. If you can get 1 in 2 darts in the double, you're not doing
100.
too badly. You prefer more than that, but that's not bad.
Taylor looking to go ahead for the first time in the match in this leg. 3-2 in sets. And that's the Johnny Lowe fans.
I've got to say, I know Taylor's got a game like this in him every time he goes up to the hockey. The form that this man has shown this week, Sid, he really has to have impressed everybody watching, whether in this marvellous arena or out there.
100.
The clubs and the Cubs. And there you saw super cool Lowe and now super steady Taylor. Just look at that for a profile.
Come on, Philip.
Well,
come on, Philip.
Check in on everybody's statistics and one thing and another. I'd like to check on the lip factor. We can't work out the perspiration with Phil. Let's take a little look at Lobo. No, he's been in a game so far. Could be a long way to go.
A long time under the hot lights, not a bead of sweat.
Saving
every
John, you
ounce
also require
of
120.
So this,
the struggle.
To save the set. Ooh, he needs the red bit an inch above. Gets it. Once top of the shop for the Shanghai shot. Fold. This could be where the game changes complexion. Taylor wants 20 and tops for 3-2. One left. Can still make it 3-2 in sets. Overpitched. Slow that slight bunching of the muscle.
You require 20.
Make a note of that, folks. In half an hour's time, we may look back on it as a telling moment. Low for double 10. Long way off. No, still double 10.
This to save the set.
No score. Do we require 40?
To go ahead for the first time. This for 3-2. He wants tops.
Yes, game shot. And a fifth set.
And 3 legs to nil, Taylor there. He's now won 6 legs on the trot. Is Lowe beginning to go? It's 3 sets to 2 to Taylor. And Lowe weather the storm, because Taylor really has, we must remember, in the midst of all this flurry of big scores and high checkouts, or quick checkouts.
164.
But up there upstairs is Rod Harrington, thoroughly enjoying this match and looking pretty drained himself. Well,
if we can see that shot again, we've got a lad up there who's really going to be sweating cobs. The man behind the slightly portly gentleman, Tommy Cox, is Phil's manager. We know where Tommy's money will be, kidder.
He's also Harrington's manager.
So,
could be an all
final.
Drinks on the Geordies tomorrow, then.
104.
So double tops for Taylor.
64.
Could that let Lowe in? 113. That was only just on the wire, but now treble 20 for Lowe. Treble 19 for double 18. Good dart, double 18, important one for him.
Brilliant stuff.
Oh, yes! He's back in the groove. And his fans him.
Johnny Lowe, Johnny Lowe.
Second leg, Phil's a throw first. Game on.
I've seen crowds driven to tears. They're driven to singing here at the tavern.
96.
And it's the only tavern in town, folks, when it comes to world darts. Setting standards here that were unbelievable since the invention of tungsten.
I'll tell you what, that treble 19. Oh, there was only
Nice jumps! The crowd are on their feet! The commentators are on their feet, magic!
only one place for that to go, and he found it. Now look at this. Taylor's going to follow him.
Wow!
Oh, brilliant!
The whole joint is up! We're up here, they're up in the practice room. Pandemonium at the circus.
7th on the trot between them.
140.
What a leg, what a game, what a match, what a place, what a competition.
And this is for a place in the final against Harrington tomorrow.
45.
What a prospect. Now, we were surmising during the break that John Lowe might just be feeling the pace, the heat.
60.
He's not the spring chicken he once was, but I think he's just proved that there's a lot left in him yet. Now, what's Taylor going to do here?
40.
Saw a chance.
John, you require 121.
It's Tom Kermey from Maynooth and Steve Rowe of Durham, both members of the WDC top players, giving it maximum fix on the board. Bolly once.
96.
So Taylor 140. Hello, Tom.
140.
Something to chew on. Can't go out now. Lowe's waiting on 25. To go
60.
2 legs up in this 6th set.
Johnny
Remember,
requires
best of 9
25.
sets. And we won't leave you, and you won't leave us until it's over.
Looking at 9. For double 8. To put himself in a good position to strike back. Once. Double 4.
$17 score.
Tension
Phil, you
again.
require 80.
As the tartan tantrum purses his lips. He wants double 10.
Yeah!
Right in the middle.
On the second leg.
Problems
Phil
for Lowe
Taylor.
then increasing. Even Big Cliff.
Third leg.
Very
John
impressed.
to throw first.
Gotta say, yes, very impressed with that Taylor checkout, and maybe
Game
that
on,
now
please.
is really the difference between these two players, because Lowe had his chance. Taylor, though, didn't give him a second one.
100.
A useful tongue.
Thank you.
Now, folks, that's the first moment we've seen where somebody in the audience has got a little bit. Here's Taylor in one of the greatest games we've ever seen, just about to release his dart. And one person in the audience called out, just getting a little bit overexcited, cool it, and back on the up.
And actually, I think that was a child. I think that was slightly overexcited. We have met a thing all week about from the audience. Yeah, I think that was a kid, John.
Well, if it wasn't, it was a childish thing to do.
Absolutely. Because when the great's on the floor, you give them plenty of room. Be they Jerry Lee Lewis, Chuck Berry,
100.
or this pair.
The power! They call him the power! That
Takes more than a cry from the wilderness to stop this boy flapping his wings.
is 8th 180.
140.
Still comes 96.87 will come up in a moment, and 92.27 for Lowe. 818 is absolutely brilliant. Lowe's it for himself.
140. John, you require 161.
And one has to remind you that in previous legs, Taylor had 18 on 180s before this match in his previous 2 matches. So that's what, 26 180s is that?
He's at 28 in all, and 2 against Verrier in his first match. Now then, double 12 for Taylor. Lowe's waiting on 24. Taylor wants it, wants double 6. Misses for a change.
75.
Now Lowe's got to take this. Lowe's got to take this.
24.
Because Taylor hasn't been given many chances like that of late. Double 12. 2 more darts. Time yet. Double 6. Pressure telling. But he's equal to a super dart. And I think another 12-darter for John Lowe.
Phil to throw first.
Check, that was 15, John. We got a bit excited there. But the standard, nevertheless, supreme.
97.
It's 3 sets to 2. Lowe can take this leg. It's perfectly balanced. 3-3. First man to get 5 sets is the winner. And just look at that.
81.
Two 12s, 2 13s, 3 14s, 6 15s, and 10 16 plus. Absolutely
43.
magic.
Just to give you some idea of the variation, if you want to beat you in the county match, you might get a guy doing what, 15,
81.
17 and a 20 would be a good put together by one player.
I think you've got to be fair. Over 5 legs in 1 set, Sid, you do see some excellent throws, excellent performances, but these lads are doing it set in,
100.
set out, set in, set out, and keeping it going over an hour and a half towards 2 hours. It really is quite amazing.
I would still make the point that 24 legs and Taylor is an average of 97 is brilliant.
When you've played 9 sets of 5 legs, you've played a county season. And if you're averaging that sort of average,
81.
you're top of the notch.
Phil, you require 83.
Somebody else is tired, even if they're not. Wanted 83 before he started. He's got time on his
51.
side, and that's why Taylor decided to stay the orthodox way, because Lowe's back on 196.
So 100.
32, double
Phil, you
16.
require 32.
For 2 all in the 6th set. Taylor leading by 3 sets to 2, double 8.
Yes,
that'll do him.
Full flag.
So
Phil
2
Taylor.
legs all, Sid. And what a vital leg this is. Is it going to be 3 sets apiece? Or is Taylor going to go 4-2 up?
Well,
Game
in the
on,
next
please.
13 darts or so, that's the mean of about the last 15 legs, we will know, John. Lowe should be at the double first.
100.
Plenty of fans of all ages. Plenty of stamina.
140.
When John Lowe looks at this video library, he might put his boot to my butt about suggesting doubts about his stamina. I don't doubt it, son. My stamina that worries me.
100.
This a vital leg. The crowd are orgasmic darts. They go mad in between the legs. They're tense as ticks here. They know
55.
anything can happen at this stage.
throwing first still has the advantage. 306, 301, and more to come off. Lowe's 383. Taylor can put in a 140. This is the sort of situation he met with on several occasions with Bob Anderson. And Bob will recall that Phil so often produced
100.
a really big score when he needed it. And if Lowe puts himself on a finish here, then don't be surprised if Taylor comes back with a maximum or near maximum. But this is some shooting this.
140.
78 when he goes, and there's the way the last dart just ricocheted away. Now Taylor. 206 becomes 146.
100.
A little bit disappointed with that. Would have fancied another one in there.
Yeah. But as the Essex lads and lasses pause over their pouring, Lowe to take it all level at 3 sets apiece wants the big 20. Now he wants double 20.
38.
Taylor 106.
Will you
Will
require
go for treble 20 with his first dart. Intense concentration, player and crowd alike. 101 can still go out with treble 17. Made it more difficult, but it can be done with the bull. And this for the set if he gets it. Oh, you won't get near it without getting it in.
And the Lowe fans will go bananas in a minute. If Logan hit tops, it's all square. And where will it end? Just look at this bunch! Pandemonium at the circus. You'd think the human cannonball had gone off and reached Mars. John Lowe, 3 sets. Bill Taylor, 3 sets.
If I sound excited, I'm afraid I just can't help it. This is the best darts match I've ever seen in my life. Everywhere's buzzing, in here, upstairs, everywhere. The place is absolutely buzzing. Everyone's enjoying it, maybe apart from one man. Rod, what do you make of this in the final?
Tomorrow's a different day. I mean, this is a great game. I mean, you've not seen darts like this since, like, Robin Hood played for the Nottingham Super League. You know, that's one of Sid's, that is. But, yeah, I mean, it's a joy to watch it. The crowd, it's what the crowd come and see. Tomorrow's a different day. I've just got to up my game by 2 points tomorrow, and one of these guys missed a couple of doubles, and we're standing there level even. But, yeah, I mean, I love to see it. It's brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
Great stuff, Rod. And make no mistake, what Rod says is right. Tomorrow is a different day, and it'll be another cracking match, live on Sky TV.
Thanks very much indeed, Harry and Rod Yape. You're absolutely right. Tomorrow's final will be unmissable. 1:30, Sky Sports. Don't miss that. Don't miss the conclusion of this. We're staying with this match right through to the final darts. Let's rejoin Sid and John.
And 2 or 3 years ago, Jeff, I don't need reminding those of us who love darts as much as we love life itself.
60.
We saw Gregory play Taylor in a classic, a wonderful match at the Embassy, the Embassy World Championship, which went down to the wire, the very end, John. This is fit to rank with that, I reckon.
140.
Yes, that was an unforgettable night. They were on the stage for 2 hours, 35 minutes that night. And these lads, well, they said tomorrow's another day, and they may enter it if this goes the distance.
140.
And they're still maintaining this magnificent standard. We went for over a dozen rounds. 15s, 15s, 14s, even 12s going in. And there's no sign of the standard dipping.
59. John, you require 161.
161. He's already done it during this week, but needed the treble first. And now you can see old Stoneface.
60.
Hiding away, but
Taylor, you require
102
102.
with the darts, and he's hung on to them. 101, treble 17 for the ball.
Yes, the bullseye. Didn't intend that, folks, honest. But he intended that! And that is a brilliant recovery. And I looked up to see John Lowe applaud. A marvellous recovery from Taylor.
Second leg,
and his opponent put his hands together and said, brilliant darts.
And given it a historical perspective, Harrington mentioned Robin Hood in the Nottingham Super League. Well, that would have won the William Tell Darts Championship, that. Apple pie shot.
And I won the Robin Hood one as well. Since we're in Nottingham, sit. If not literally, just for a moment. Still Taylor 96.5. You can say John Lowe 92, as good as makes no difference.
And I'll just do myself a little bit of credit here. I mentioned Nottingham. I was the commentator, the sole commentator on the first ever Embassy World Darts Championships in 1978 in Nottingham.
60.
I'm qualified to talk on great matches because I've been to 99.9% of them. This is one of the top 3 games I've ever seen in my life.
Well, Lowe was in that one. Sid?
60.
This a classic, a classic. One to tell the bands about in the future. Three sets apiece. First man to get 5 sets.
100.
Way past his bedtime, but he is on holiday.
100.
What a holiday we're all having here.
In midnight, the trophy turns into a pumpkin.
And still he fires away.
100.
Another ton to Lowe.
$60.
Not one for Taylor.
January 156. $81. January 158.
Taylor on a possible 3-dart out shot. Not one of the most popular, but treble 18 will leave double 12.
134.
John Lowe 75 will probably go treble
75.
If he singles the 17, if he singles it, he'll go 18 tops. If he, in fact, he's gone his own welts, 15, 20 tops. And tops it is for Lowe.
35.
That was a little bit over the top.
24.
And this shot to put him motoring to a head, double 12.
Yes, great shot in the second leg. Phil Taylor.
Going Phil's way at the moment then. Taylor looking good.
Third leg,
for
Phil's the
4-3.
throw first.
Didn't use the rest of bed on the curving trajectory.
Well, John Lowe had a
game on, please.
A spell of 8 legs, or rather 6 legs earlier, without success, 6 in succession, which helped Taylor to take the 4th and the 5th set. And now Taylor's taken the last 2 legs.
96.
First here could go 4th sets to 3 up. How can Lowe reply to that 96? Like that.
100.
We've talked a lot, John, about the stance and the balance and the precision of this stuff. And that sort of darts from Lowe that we just saw the previous 3.
123.
Have to get down a slack. You'll notice the losing of the flight path in the last foot of the arc.
100.
Those 3 were pulled together, see. A flatter trajectory with Taylor's, hence less dip. The point perfectly made by our director Martin Turner here. That
40.
You see how Lowe's entered, that Phil's margin of error about 1/4 of an inch there. I suggest there's little hints that Lowe's, you see, that's a bad drop of that. That's too high.
60.
60 is not much change against this power stuff from Phil.
$100.
One of those legs, yes, Phil, one of those legs. It's one of those where the 1040s just will not come. But possibly here.
100.
A little surprising there.
Do we require 142?
And now Taylor 142. Wants 82. Wants double 16, a 142. Check out for the set. Oh, 141.
John, you require 141.
This, he's got to try and save the set with the 3. Things ain't looking too good now, though, because he can only put a little bit of pressure.
42.
That
Do we require
may
32?
not be required. This for 4-3 and put him 1 set away from the match. In it goes.
And a 7th set.
The Lowe fans not looking too happy now. Lowe is behind 4 sets to 3. John Lowe going to need a bit of uplift.
Yes, we're on a table of Essex darts fanatics down here. Is this the greatest match you've ever seen?
Yeah, it's really good, yeah, must admit. Yeah, they're really good. I mean, they're really kind of going against each other, yeah. I think they're really good. I really want John to win, but he's got to pull his finger out now because Phil's really come back at him. But yeah, I want John to win.
And you have obviously been watching a lot of matches, but you still think this is the best darts match ever seen on television?
Yes, I've watched it all through the week, and yes, this is one of the best ones. It's going game for game, leg for leg. Yeah, it's got to be one of the finest ones going.
And you fancy Phil Taylor now?
No, John Lowe.
Well, there's a lady.
And now back to our commentators.
Yeah, Dave, there's a lady with a mind of her own, like most of these Essex lasses have. Yeah, good seeing ladies taking interest in the game and involved. Who knows, she could be a player. And Lowe with the uphill battle now, John.
Yes, the greatness of this game is in the sheer quality over a long period of time, plus the drama, everything that goes with it.
140.
Sport and theatre mix. You get a magic that you can't find anywhere else. This is sport, and this is theatre.
100. Phil, we require 100.
161, 161. Taylor going.
And there's actually something atavistic about it. It's that they're digging deep.
81.
I suppose man has thrown missiles since the cavemen chased the mastodon.
161.
You need pride, you need physical strength, you need athletic control, and you need the heart of a lion to play top quality darts like this.
100. Phil, we require 80.
So Phil Taylor for 80 for a 2-0 lead, double 10. And just inside, he'll be thinking half an inch. That was 3/4. So now Lowe a chance to level up 1 leg
61.
all with 61. Could be 25 for double 18. There's the 25. Always a danger of hitting the ball, but I think John knew exactly where that was going. And he knew exactly where that was going too. That was super coolness personified by the man who's done it all before. A 14 dart leg to follow a 14 dart leg. 1-all.
The gentleman can serve or leave the ball immediately.
Set.
Thank you.
Well, Freddie Williams has said a comment was made there at an awkward time, and the gentleman has been told to leave the room immediately. He will do. You've got to be quiet when it really matters in a match like this, or indeed any other.
60.
Lowe looking to make it 4 sets apiece and into a decided one. Tremendous average there. Cover letting him down a bit.
58.
Trying to see slack shots, John. And you've used the word drama more than Kenneth Tynan used to. The drama will come when they start to weaken.
100.
Just a hint here and there that they might weaken, but they never really have. And whilst we did have that
60.
completely ridiculous spell of legs midway through the game, 15, 15, 15, 14, 15, 15, 14, 12, 13, 13 and 12.
60.
They haven't been able to maintain quite that, but they've picked it up again with 15, 16, 16, 14 and 14 prior to this.
140.
It's really tremendous stuff. Hello.
Just to set you straight, Taylor 4 sets. Lowe 3. Lowe trying to bring it to 4-4. Then we would have a cracking last set to 9th.
And if we do go into a 9th set, Sid, well, if it does go to 2 apiece, you have to then win by 2 clear legs. All that if and when the moment arises. But just advance warning, if you like.
59. John, you require 141.
Lowe wants treble 20 with the first start. Now 81 left. Treble 15, double 18 is Lowe's way of going for 81. 66, treble 10 will leave double 18.
84.
And Taylor can't check out 180.
So that was a good percentage shot there. He knew Taylor couldn't do it with these 3. But this dart, because 60 would be pressure. Dart, it is pressure. Brilliant darts.
John, you require 56.
Taylor, the pressure 16 for tops. Tops to nudge ahead in set 8.
Yes! Great shot.
Big pleased.
John Lowe.
So's his fans. Joined his jump in.
Full flag. Hill to throw first.
Yes, perhaps fate has it that such a game as this has to go into a final set, maybe into a final decisive leg.
60.
It will all unfold. Don't leave your seats. On Sky Sports 2, the semi-final of the Proton Cars World Darts Championship 1995. Rod Harrington's through. Lowe, Taylor, battle away.
140.
And forget Mel Brooks and Blazing Saddles. Sky Sports has brought you live in the 95 with Blazing Hockeys.
95.
And still the relentless pursuit of high scores continues.
140.
Amazing. They haven't moved and they don't intend to. 140, 140, John Lowe in this leg so far.
100.
That could have been more, should have been more, would have been more.
Well, at the Embassy World final, he often got a bad final because the lads had played themselves out in the earlier stages of some brilliant games. This is a classic because these lads have used their previous success
26
to drum up for this.
26, John Lowe, a rarity and one which could let Taylor in. And this is what he's good at, punishing a bad score with a pretty good one. Gotta be favouring now, Taylor on 106, Lowe 195 to make it 2 legs all in the 8th. Taylor. Treble 20, that's
again our pinpoint camera work there for you. You feel it every click.
106.
3 darter here for Taylor.
Treble 18, Taylor. No, he's decided to stay up there. Treble 20, double 13, sometimes.
47.
Harding had it all through the game. 59, Taylor, but Lowe 55, 15 for tops. Yes. Tops for Lowe. For 4 sets apiece.
35. Phil, you require 59.
And the tension really bubbling now. He wants 19. He wants tops, and it could be one leg away from the match after this. Double 10 still has a chance to go one leg away from it.
Pulled. Now Lowe with another chance then. Double 10, and we go into a deciding set if he gets it.
Lowe takes his place on the hockey. There's the number. There's the man. There's the dart. There's the target.
And there it is, in the bottom corner. It's 4 sets apiece, and John Lowe's back in it again.
This is live. The joint is jumping. They're sweating cobs. They come to get entertained. They end up drained. 4 sets apiece. You can't miss the deciding set of this cracker live on Sky. From the Circus Tavern, the World Dart Championship semi-final, Taylor and Lowe. It's 4 sets each. Here we go with the deciding set.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, please. 9th and deciding
Freddie
set.
Williams calls them together. 9th and deciding set.
And it's a normal set unless it goes to 2 apiece. If it does go to 2 apiece, you'll see it's best of 5 legs, must be 2 clear after... if it does go to 2 apiece, they'll go up as far as 5 apiece. If they can't get 2 clear before that, then obviously sudden death. 1 leg of 5.
85.
Taylor then, who didn't lead. I think I'm right in saying about the 4th set.
100.
Lowe was going brilliant at the start. There was then a sequence of amazing legs. 15, 15, 15, 14, 15, 15, 14, 12, 12, 13. Amazing things, unseen in
100.
darts. And here we are with this sort of finish you would want. This for a place in tomorrow's final on Sky, which will be Rod Harrington against one of these two.
43.
Well, John Lowe coming to the hockey, won the first set a long time ago, it seems now. 3-1.
Taylor won the second. Lowe the third. Taylor the fourth. Taylor the fifth went 3-2 up in the lead for the first time.
60.
The 6th went to Lowe. The 7th to Taylor. The 8th you've just seen to Lowe. Locked together. 4-4, all square. Literally all round in legs.
81.
And me and John, being experts like Dave Allen, we watch this game for more years than we care to think of. We've been looking for signs of weakness. There are odd signs, but they're both sort of cancelling each other out.
36.
You get a throw like that and he'll bounce back with a big one. Did last time. But it does give Taylor a chance to get the leg he would expect to, with the darts in his favour. 19s now.
99.
Well, the treble would have left tops, but he's got a great advantage, as you can see there. Now, this is where Lowe needs a big score. He's done it before.
That's probably not enough in the circs, because the finish is treble 18. He wants 60. He wants tops to go ahead in the deciding set.
38.
Clip that wire a time or two during the course of tonight. And there you see it again.
Now, Lowe's not out of this, but needs that treble bed. Yes, put one alongside it. And Taylor will hold his breath. Unlucky. Wanted to go the other side. Yes, a smile on Lowe's face. He knows the irony of that. It might all be in vain. Good a throw though it was.
Because Taylor hits the tops and goes ahead. 4-4, but 1-0 in this final set.
Second leg, John to throw first.
On the replay, it was right in the middle, ominous for Lowe. So he's going to go trap in from behind.
72.
Taylor came onto this hockey, what, hour and a half, hour and 40 minutes ago, looking like an underdone suet pudding around the gills. He was white with attention as he came through the crowd.
100.
He's not gonna relax that face, that mafia facial style, till the last dart's thrown.
Nerve has to hold now.
100.
It was a good last dart. It represented a chance for Taylor if he had scored only 60, because it's a case of getting in front, and maybe this is one of those magic Taylor throws which puts him in front. One to the right, one to the left, and one in the centre just over, but nevertheless a very useful score. 68 lead in this leg.
And from my poetic studies, that was where the Light Brigade was stuck when they got the pain. But Lowe coming back.
83.
Just clipping it into that treble one. That's the third time in about the last 5 visits he's done that.
Awkward lie that, John. Good at the flight, coming down for the cover, missing the cover.
96.
Good last start there for Taylor. It puts him though on an unfinish, but even so, couldn't have done a lot about it really, in all fairness. And now Lowe is asked a question again. Yes, beautifully. That's all you can say.
Ask a professor a question, you might get an answer like that. Again, the tricky lie, but he's going to try and break round it. Successful.
45 left, 45.
133.
Yes, it is. So it's Lowe, he's got to get 106 now. So Anderson do this against Taylor in that quarter-final match. 106, 86. May stay on 20s. Wants 18s, but may stay on 20s. Has done. So 66 left. Treble 10.
55.
Well, no harm done. He might get another chance, he might
32.
not. Taylor will try and make sure not. Double 16 for 2-0 in the decider. Double 8. Steady hand. Steady nerve. Needed by Taylor. Provided by Taylor. 2-0 to Taylor. One leg away from a place in the final.
Round where John Lowe lives, as we see the replay of that vital double 8. And throughout the Midlands, they play a game called Devil Amongst the Tailors.
Game on, please. Thank you.
It's a Skittles game with a swinging rope. The rope holding Lowe is very thin indeed.
Taylor will have walked to the hockey saying, right, one leg of 501. I've got the darts. All I have
81.
to do is play my normal game, and I'm through.
It could be the denouement. We've had a classic. But if Taylor takes this leg, oh, Lowe really
140.
hanging on to the coattails.
But this has been the kind of game where 81 to start is not enough, and Lowe bites back with that 140. Now Taylor, a 180 here will be absolutely magical, but even so, you've got to say 135 keeps him in contention, and that might well have gone in but for the ricochet.
He prowls the hockey like a prairie cat, a wildcat. But he knows his fangs must be sharp, there or thereabouts on the 60.
100.
This ranks, I've got to say,
43.
is one of the greatest performances I've seen John Lowe make. He's played some magnificent games in all sorts of circumstances, tournaments, international matches, county games in his long time in this game. But this surely
100.
stands up in comparison to anything he's done before. Quite brilliant, really, to stand up there and slug it out.
The requirement is a 161 from Lowe to save the match. His opponent is on a 3-darter. It's gone through his mind that it would be beauty to start with a 60. He needed it. He now must think of a small 2-dart pressure finish. This is a very vital dart because Taylor can win the match with the next 3.
And those may well be the last darts that Lowe has thrown, because Taylor, look, shrugs his shoulders, not in disdain, in preparation for 102 for the match. 82 left. Coming down, I think, for the bull. 57, 17 will leave double top.
62.
And now John Lowe. I've said before, questions asked. 101. I'm sure he knows to stay in this marvellous match. Yeah. Good dart. 1 for tops. 1 for tops. Tops he wants to stay alive. Yes! And every John Lowe fan in this circus tavern venue is on his
and we're all on our feet in the commentary box too. It was magic. Absolute magic.
Game on, please. Thank you.
Pandemonium at the circus as Lowe saves the semi-final. Who's gonna get to play Harrington in tomorrow's final as tomorrow gets closer?
60.
El Lobo. Oh, the powerhouse from the Potteries.
The 36th leg of this contest. Lowe gets 60. Taylor still going strong. Regains the initiative. Now how can the great man reply? One in between.
Desperately needs this one to bisect.
100.
Gets it.
I put my life on that. It was always on. A marvellous recovery from Taylor.
Second leg.
And his opponent put his hands together and said, brilliant darts.
So he's looking at now, Lowe, to take the second scoreline, 3-3. Single 16. He wants tops to take it nip and tuck. Pulled.
Nice, he's fit.
Taylor 107. Taylor 107.
107.
That's how close it was. Treble 19 for Taylor, and he's going for 50 left. Will almost certainly go 10 for tops. No point in going for bull there. He's got the 10 and double top. But you've got to say, as Taylor jumps up and down and punches the air, that is the full stop at the end of a magnificent story. Yes, Sid, a brilliant, brilliant game. Somebody had to lose it. John Lowe's that man. But my, what a privilege to be part of that.
Oh, it's unbelievable. I'm glad I won in it, I think. Because I don't think I could have stayed in the pace. I mean, fantastic. I think that's what World Championship is about.
So according to Lowe, when he played me, he just absolutely destroyed me in the game between them two. Well, it was two great names at darts playing last night. It was absolutely brilliant.
Fantastic game. Two professionals, hammer and tongs all the time. Great.
I had a great time watching it. It was the most fantastic dart match I've ever seen.
Well, a magnificent example of what darts should be about. Bill's going into the match was a form horse, so was John. Had to be a game like that, didn't it, really?
That one last night just beat everything. It was unbelievable when John came back in the last set, 2 each. And what can you say, man? I mean, I even think the best is yet to come from Phil Taylor.
If the final's close to what we saw in the semi-final, we're in for a big treat.